Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up? Who's this?
This is Ron, man, boy genius. What's going on?
Oh, what's up?
No, hang up the phone, man. Hang it up.
What's going on, man? How are you?
Great. I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, I wanted to ask you guys a question, or at least your opinion. I noted in there that I was going to be leaving the Denon Ranch family.
Mm-hmm.
I've had 3 Denons, so I think I'm going to be moving Anthem.
Okay.
I'm going to miss that on-screen display. It's probably going to be the biggest thing.
That is, dude.
But I wanted to
their
ask,
info, info is just so good, so good. The Anthem is I don't know if they change anything for the 40 series, but the 20 series, there's like literally nothing. Literally, it tells you like if you hit info and scroll through, it's just like it'll tell you the input, it'll tell you what codec it is, and then I think you get an IP address too. Like, why do I need that? Can you give me some more?
Yeah, my son just told me, said, "Well, Dad, can I sell my laptop?" I said, "Wait a minute, you got a laptop? You want to sell it? Don't sell it. Don't sell it. I need that thing." I said, I'll give you, a little bit of money for it,
Nice.
so he wouldn't lose out not selling it. But what I was thinking about is I have a mini DSP hooked up, and I have my I have a dual RS1 captivator.
Yeah.
So I have my mini DSP set up pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So I do use in Odyssey the Odyssey EQ, where it has the 0 dB, the 5, 10, 15 dB. You know how you can change it to get kind of more bass.
Mm-hmm.
So it's normally set to 0 for movies. And then occasionally I put it on 15 if I'm listening to music. It's a little less there.
Yeah,
but
sure.
I'm thinking my mini DSP curve, my room curve that I have on my mini DSP, I'm not really sure how I'm gonna get that over to an Anthem product. If I'm doing that, I don't know how I'm gonna kind of get that. I wanted to ask Joe or maybe Aaron if you knew what is the bass dB boost when I'm doing that. And say if I'm going to modify a curve above what's already set in my mini DSP if I'm going to Anthem. So is it like a 3 dB boost on that 0, or the 15 is like maybe 1 dB boost. So I'm going to try to have to kind of match that boost that I'm getting from the Anthem, from the Denon product.
Oh, you're talking about dynamic. You're talking about the dynamic EQ.
Thank you. Yes.
Oh.
I wasn't sure what he was talking about either.
I see.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So you're saying
I'm trying to get back to that level when I use the Anthem, because I don't think it has anything like that built in. So now I'm gonna have to take that curve and bump it somewhere to where I'm getting the same thing.
So there's that curve always changes though. So that's the thing that you can't. There's no curve because it depends on.
It's a dynamic.
Yes.
Yeah. So one thing that's nice about the Anthem is they do have, at least the one that I reviewed, the MRX 1120, which it uses the same thing, but it's actually a newer version of ARC. You can set a couple presets in there, kind of like your mini DSP. Mm-hmm. And so you can easily switch between those and load those. And so, if you were wanting that extra boost, you could have, but I think going back to your question, you're trying to figure out like, what is that amount that you'll need to boost?
Yeah.
And it might be one of those things where you're just going to have to change that curve in the mini DSP and listen and just kind of by ear, just go, okay, I like that. And then save that as a preset.
Yeah. I don't really like that. I don't like the dynamic stuff personally. I don't use it. I always have them
that's
off.
what he prefers, though. That's about the only way you're going to be able to do it.
I guess what I'm saying is, I think a lot of times what I've found is people who like to use that, if you EQ your system with enough bass to begin with, right? So you're happy with it. I find that a lot of times you don't want to mess with that, right? It ends up like putting too much or, messing with it too much. Typically adding too much bass and doing some weird stuff with the treble and the surrounds too, that I don't like. So I think it's more about getting it tuned properly at your normal listening level. The thing that I don't like about it is because when I turn down a system, I expect the bass to go down, right? And instead of the bass going down, kind of turn it up so it's kind of keeping everything level. I'm like, no, I know what happens when I press the volume down. I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. See, Joe lives dangerously.
Danger's my middle name.
You say that because like now when I'm using it, my bass is like at -8.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's almost turned all the way down. So yeah, I got a lot of headroom on those RS ones to really kick it up if I really need it.
Well, it sounds like you're compensating for what it's already doing, right? So it's adding bass, and you're saying you're taking it out. You're negative.
Yeah.
Right. So
I am.
It's almost like, what if you had it at the right level to begin with and turn that off?
I hadn't tried it. You're right. So I should try it with what I have right now and just kind of kick up the bass and kind of get it right back where those levels are, and listen to it that way. So yeah, it defaults there, and I use it. I never use it for music. Yeah. I turn it off for music because that's really too much. But for movies, I let it rip.
So what I found with Odyssey is that by default they typically take out too much bass. Right? By default, the auto calibration will take out the bass that your room adds. And so to add it back in, and that could be 9 or 10 decibels, a lot, right? Mm-hmm. So if you have no EQ, let's say you have some huge speakers in the center, in your room, and you played them full range, you'd get a bass rise. And if that bass rise was 9 decibels up or 10 decibels up, Odyssey would take it out. And most people don't like that. So try it out, turn up your subs, 6 dB up, 9 dB up. I mean, it looks crazy, but listen and see if you like it. And turn the auto the dynamic EQ off. What's the other one? Dynamic volume.
Yeah, definitely don't use that.
I don't have that on. On. I just have that dynamic EQ, which like you said, when you're playing movies, it makes everything rattle. But like you said, being the subs on negative 8, I probably can get it right back to where it is. It's going to like -3 or something.
Yeah.
So I really never played with it.
Yeah, mess with that and then email us and let us know what you find. Give us a follow up or call in next week.
No problem.
Thanks.
No problem.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
No problem.
Have a go, man.
Hey, man, y'all take it easy.
Hey, take care.
Yeah.